Roman Reigns has broken his silence after Paul Heyman made CM Punk the fifth man in Roman's War Games team. And we also have confirmation about CM Punk's status as a member of Roman's OG Bloodline. Look at this video of Paul Heyman and CM Punk backstage right before they returned.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be 5 versus 5.
And then we see CM Punk walk out into the arena and make his return to WWE. One thing that fans are talking about is the reaction of the Usos when it comes to CM Punk being involved in the OG Bloodline team for War Games. And in these pictures, we see CM Punk hugging Jey Uso, and then he hugs Jimmy Uso. And just moments later, we see Jimmy Uso look at a fan's camera and give a smile, showing that he's very happy about CM Punk being a part of their bloodline for War Games as they go head-to-head with Solo Sikoa's bloodline at Survivor Series. So when it comes to Paul Heyman's reaction to CM Punk's involvement with the OG Bloodline, Heyman gave his response on Twitter. So on Paul Heyman's Twitter account, he posted this. He put a caption that said, #WeTheOnes, and below that it says #1 worldwide. And he also posted a video showing that the CM Punk OG Bloodline video from SmackDown was the #1 trending video on YouTube. So one aspect to all of this that has confused a lot of people is all the storylines on television were all leading to Seth Rollins teaming up with the OG Bloodline for the War Games match against Solo Sikoa's Bloodline because of Bronson Reed's involvement in this match. Bronson Reed, he is currently on Solo Sikoa's team for War Games, and it's not been confirmed yet whether or not he is an official Bloodline member for Solo's Bloodline. Everything was leading up to Seth Rollins teaming up with Roman's OG Bloodline, not CM Punk. So that has confused a lot of people. And now we have the real reason why CM Punk was picked instead of Seth Rollins for Roman's OG Bloodline team at War Games. And we also know what Roman Reigns really thinks about the situation as he has broken his silence. So let's get into those stories right now. So first up, CM Punk, he made some big revelations on his Instagram account over the last 24 hours. So the first thing that he posted was this right after SmackDown went off the air. Who booked this crap? What exactly is CM Punk talking about here? What does he mean by who booked this crap? Well, there has been some criticism about this CM Punk and OG Bloodline team up because some people believe it's a little bit out of the blue and unexpected and maybe a little bit forced. But at the same time, you look back at the past, CM Punk used to be managed by Paul Heyman. CM Punk and Paul Heyman have had interactions on television in the past year. So this isn't really that big of a surprise when you think about it, but was WWE building up to it? Not at all. They weren't building up to CM Punk teaming with the OG Bloodline for War Games. And in some ways it is unexpected, but if you look at the history of CM Punk and Paul Heyman, it does make sense, even though this situation is a little bit out of the blue and maybe somewhat forced. So then, several hours later, CM Punk posted this picture on his Instagram. He posted a funny Photoshop picture using old photographs of members of the OG Bloodline and himself, where we see Roman, the Usos, Sami Zayn, CM Punk, and Paul Heyman when they were much younger. And CM Punk put the caption, "Dangerous Alliance." Does this mean that CM Punk is an official member of the OG Bloodline? Well, on SmackDown, there was something that a lot of fans missed, and it could confirm CM Punk's status as a member of the OG Bloodline. So when CM Punk and Roman Reigns were facing off with one another, they actually spoke to each other, and a lot of fans didn't notice this. So CM Punk told Roman Reigns, it's not about me or you, it's about him, meaning Paul Heyman. So then Roman responded by saying, he's my wise man, and then CM Punk said, we'll see. So what exactly does this mean? Does it mean that CM Punk is trying to steal Paul Heyman away from Roman Reigns? Or does this just confirm that CM Punk is in the OG Bloodline? So when Paul Heyman was off television for those 5 months, what exactly happened? Did Paul Heyman start to talk to CM Punk again? And did this possibly lead to Paul Heyman convincing CM Punk to team with the OG Bloodline for War Games? Or does this mean that Paul Heyman, he's not going to be involved with Roman or the OG Bloodline unless CM Punk is involved? And if Roman Reigns at some point decides, well, I don't want CM Punk involved in our group, then maybe Paul Heyman will want nothing to do with Roman or the OG Bloodline. He will want to manage CM Punk instead of Roman and the OG Bloodline. That's possibly what we're looking at here. Because why did it take Paul Heyman 5 months to return? We have seen Paul Heyman do interviews and public appearances during his time off. He wasn't hospitalized for those 5 months. He was able to get around on his own. And this says to some people that, well, maybe Paul Heyman was off television because he doesn't like Roman Reigns anymore. He doesn't like the Usos or Sami Zayn. And he just wants to manage CM Punk or anything that he's involved with. But now we have more information from Roman Reigns himself because he has broken his silence on the CM Punk and Paul Heyman return. And Roman Reigns has revealed if CM Punk is in the OG Bloodline. So on Roman Reigns' Twitter account, he reposted this from WWE. In the caption it says, CM Punk joins the OG Bloodline, and the teams are set for the War Games match next Saturday at Survivor Series. So this confirms that CM Punk is an official member of the OG Bloodline going forward. And reportedly, there's going to be a battle between CM Punk and Roman Reigns over not just Paul Heyman, but over who is the real leader of the OG Bloodline. Do you think CM Punk is officially in the OG Bloodline? And do you think he should replace Roman Reigns as the leader of the OG Bloodline? Leave a comment and give me your opinion.